A family with a simple everyday life considered normal. Mother teaching in a small school in the city where she lives and father working in the field as a simple farmer. Children going to school, thus fulfilling their school life. 40 years passed until I found out without asking or expecting a very macabre and terrifying news that scares many families around the world, always hidden under cover or negligence of those who are part of their lives, lack of attention and care, or even unfortunately with consenting adults where the vulnerable have no choice but to obey, even because she doesn't understand what is happening in a normal and relaxed conversation. Flavia, who has always been a very withdrawn, quiet and even introspective person since her childhood, thinking that all the adults around her would be a behavior by which they treated her as her personality. And with that, the years passed. And with Flavia many things also happened. But in your adulthood, whether you can talk, seek help or not will depend on how much support you get for your life. Will the scars really allow Flavia to seek help? For many years he had a somewhat shy behavior, with many visits to mental health centers and many medications for his usual night's sleep. You were often treated by family and friends as insane, and no one ever really took you seriously. Toxic and destructive affective relationships were her lot, possessed of an appearance that nature made her because of her charming characteristics, leaving grace and lightness wherever she went, showing her naivety. She did not let or realize the size of the danger simply by existing and being in that environment. In the face of successive suffering and failures, with this I want to convey to people that one should never judge another without knowing them, and even knowing them, one does not know exactly what dark thoughts and suffering the person would have gone through. Flavia hid a dark, macabre, frightening story that scares thousands of people every day, especially children and women. Faced with deaf and conniving walls as witnesses, she went through sufferings that never erased from her mind, marking her forever, especially when most of the evils that occurred were during her childhood. Being abused by an adult man and threatening to remain silent, a moment that she carried and continues to carry as a weight in her life decisions. As the aggressor, he continued as if nothing had ever happened, disguised and deceiving everyone around him, making them believe that he was extremely trustworthy during the long years of his existence on Earth. This case unfortunately happens in many homes around the world, children who have their lives torn apart forever and ever, many scars that are incurable from such brutality, keeping a secret that only belongs to their biggest nightmares. As if the suffering wasn't enough, many can't bear to live with this secret. They resolve it in a tragic way. But never do that. Look for professionals to help you. So let's pay more attention to those who isolate themselves. Something may be happening and they are asking for help. There is no point pretending not to see it. Be very careful who you trust with your young children, and any change in behavior is a reason for investigation and alert. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, subscribe to help with future stories.